going to do is, Michelle Heine is here, who's a specialist in credit restoration. She's going to spend some time talking about credit restoration. Michelle, yes, sir.
Now, I was saying before we go further, could you go over the original intent for the credit card?
The original intent?
What was the original purpose for the credit card?
Well, sure. The original intent for the credit card was to be able to purchase things and pay them off at a later date. But a charge plate was the first. Now, a charge card and a credit card are two different things. They sound like the same thing, but they're not. American Express is a charge card. American Express was meant, you buy something on the first, when you get your statement, you pay off the whole amount you buy. Credit cards came later. You'd buy something and you'd have a minimum monthly payment. You pay the minimum monthly payment and you keep paying it, like layaway. Remember layaway, right? Layaway, you purchase something, you pay for it, and eventually you buy it. That's what the original intent for credit cards were. You buy something and you pay it off. Well, after a while, banks' biggest divisions became credit cards. They made their most money off the interest you pay on credit cards. So after a while, I'll tell you, in 1984, I got my first credit card. It had a $300 limit. $300 limits are unheard of today. I was a freshman in college. Freshmen in college today get $5,000 limits. See, that $300 limit was the use of credit. Buy it today, pay it off. Believe me, if I got $5,000 as a freshman, my first purchases were books for class. If I got $5,000 as a freshman, I probably would be buying books, be buying clothes, buying things I didn't need. Did I answer your question? Good. That was the original intent, to buy today and pay off later. Not to buy as much as you can, get stuck, get trapped, pay the minimum monthly payment, and keep paying it for 20 or 30 years, because that's what happens. Until you transfer to a new card with 0%, after 6 months, it goes up, but you're still really paying for that first purchase you made 5 years ago just on a new card. And that's a trap that a lot of people fall in because they believe. And you know what? The thing is, it might start out as, I don't have the money, let me buy it now, and I'll pay for it later. But like a lot of things, it's like, let's see, those clothes look very nice. Let me buy that, and I'll pay for it later. And then after they get billed, they're like, forget about paying for it later. I'll just pay the minimum monthly payment. I've established a lifestyle. I want to keep up with this lifestyle. I'll keep making the monthly payment, and I don't intend to pay it off. I just intend to buy what I can afford and pay the monthly payment to keep up a lifestyle that I really can't afford. So that's what it has become. So it's just Michelle Heine.
Hi, I'm here tonight to talk about credit scores and what they're made up of and what you can do to increase your credit score and that way gain financial freedom. Credit score is a number that lenders use, and this number helps them to decide whether or not to grant you the loan and then what interest rate they're going to charge. The higher your credit scores are, the lower your interest rate's going to be, and then the more purchase power that you have. Scores range from 300 to 850, with the median score being about in the 700s, which I think might be a little lower now. And that is a FICO score, and FICO is Fair Isaac, is the name of that creator of the score. Your score does not say who you are. It's basically as if I took your picture right here today, and today your hair was straight and dark, and next week I took your picture and your hair is short and curly and a different color. Basically, it's just a snapshot of that moment in time, and it is a changeable number and changeable for the positive. How the score breaks down is 35% of your score is your payment history. And basically what you want to make sure to do, if at all possible, is pay bills on time. That's how that piece of the score is made up. Next piece of the score is the amount owed, or revolving balances. That's your unsecured debts, things like installment loans and credit cards. And a lot of times, a lot of my clients come in and they don't even have any revolving debt. They don't have any credit cards. And basically I would walk them through how to get a secured credit card and have that credit work for them. Because a lot of times that's a deficit. There is no revolving balance. Another thing with revolving balances is you've got to take your credit limits and offset them against the amount you have on the credit card. For example, if you have a $700 card, you never want to charge more than 50% on that card because you're considered maxed out from a credit standpoint. So that's also very important in how to make your credit work for you. 15% of your score is the length of time you've had your credit. Another common thing that you really want to be careful of is if you have credit cards, have positive histories, and you pay off the card, which is a great day. It's a day to be really happy and rejoice. And what a lot of people do, and I did it myself, is they cut up all their credit cards, have a party, and cancel them. You don't ever want to do that because then you're losing all your past years and years of positive credit history. Then the 10% of your score is new credit or credit inquiries. When a third party pulls your credit report and it's not you personally pulling your credit report, that counts towards 10% of your score. And then a mix of credit is also very, very important, and we've talked about that. Basically, it's best to have one mortgage, one car loan, and then 2 to 3 credit cards is the ideal mix of credit. Then how you can get a copy of a credit report is to go to a free credit report. Is available, one credit report per year, and you go to www.annualcreditreport.com to do that, to pull the free credit report. Another really, really big thing is 70% of credit reports do contain inaccuracies. So it is really important, even if you're not in the next 3 to 6 months going to make a large purchase or a smaller purchase, to just check your credit report. See that your information is true, accurate, and that it is you. A lot of times with credit reports, there used to be guidelines where they would match up 2 out of 3 items, such as your name, your address, and your social security number. And if 2 out of those 3 matched up, the reports would get merged. So it's very, very important to make sure and kind of check on your credit, I would say, on a regular basis. And if you pull your own credit report, it does not affect or harm your score, as if a third party were pulling it. And I think I deviated from the slides. Any questions at all on credit? All right, I'll turn it back over. Thank you very much.
We're almost through. I'm going to talk about taxes a little bit. And as I said, I spent some time preparing taxes, and it's something that it's a critical time for all of us. I know being responsible at tax time, and the thing I note about that is planning ahead, plan for tax season. A lot of people in December, they spend a lot of money in December knowing their refund's coming. So they'll pay $200 or $300 to get their refund in 2 days so they can pay off their bills. Well, we all know tax time is coming, and I think we should plan a little better. And even if we do spend a lot of money in December, just be patient, because you could save $200 or $300 if you just wait 8 to 10 days to get your money. That money can go into your pocket. The thing is, I remember working doing tax preparation, and I would tell people, a lot of people came in, they couldn't pay for their taxes to be prepared. So the fees would come out of their refund, and that's fine. And I say 8 to 15 days, $45. In 2 days, $125. Today, $150. The quicker you want it back, the more expensive. And I wouldn't say, get it today, get it today. Say, you make the choice. And you might be surprised that between January and February 15th, that's like what we call peak season. People get their W-2s by January 31st. They want that refund right away. And by the way, you pay more money during peak season. It's just something that they do because they know a lot of people are going to come in